Okay, let's talk rare earths. It's no secret that the White House, the U.S. administration, is frustrated about China's grip on these so-called rare earth minerals, crucial to production of industrial goods in areas such as clean energy, electric engines. We know that it's a bargaining counter in the current trade face-off between Washington and Beijing. We're joined now by a Toronto-listed company that's working on 2 clay deposits of rare earths in Latin America, one in Chile and one in Peru, and plans to build a processing plant in the United States. Let's get more from Ramon Barua, CEO of Aclara Resources. Thank you very much indeed for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, Andrew. Thank you very much for inviting me.
I think we have a fact box for your company. Trades in Toronto under the symbol ARA. And then so you have these clay assets for producing rare earths. They're a bit like some of the deposits in China. And you plan a separation plant in the United States. You haven't got the location yet. And your market cap about $161 million. So obviously you do have a political advantage here, don't you, in that America is very anxious to secure its supply of these minerals?
Absolutely. First, let me do a small clarification. The assets are in Chile and in Brazil, not in Peru.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem. But yes, indeed, the strategy of the company is to build a processing facility in the United States that fully aligns us with the Trump administration, which is strongly requiring for the development of processing for critical materials in country. In that way, the company will be able to supply this processing facility through its mines in Chile and in Brazil. And we have done also a strategic partnership with a German company called Vacuum Schmelze. And they're important because they are building a magnet facility in South Carolina. So that will allow us to fully integrate the supply chain of rare earths into magnets all the way from the mine into the magnet processing facility.
And you do say that you've got 2 of the crucial so-called heavy rare earths, including dysprosium, which China is pretty well has that market to itself right now.
That is correct. China has a type of deposit that is called the ionic clays. What we have in Chile and Brazil is copy-paste the geology of those deposits. And they have 3 very distinctive advantages. The first one is that the metallurgy to extract the rare earths from those clays is very easy, very sustainable. You just need to combine the clays with water and ammonium sulfate, which is a very common fertilizer used in agriculture every day, and you are already extracting the rare earths. The second advantage is that these clays contain the scarcer rare earths, namely dysprosium and terbium, and they are very important because they are crucial elements in the magnets that are used in electric vehicles, in drones, and that they are going to be used in robotics very shortly. And finally, the last advantage is that you do not have to deal with radioactivity. So right now, the way in which we can portray Aclara very well is sort of a boutique version of what China has. We have the mines, we're building the processing facility in the US, and we're going to be fully integrated into the magnets.
Give us an idea of what the processing plant will involve. You're estimating, I know, capital costs of about $350 million US, because that's the crucial value-added thing here, isn't it, with these rare earths, the actual separation and processing?
Certainly. I would say that the real value-added is having the combination of having the processing together with the feed to procure that separation facility. And there are different alternatives. What we have decided to pursue is a technology called solvent extraction. And we have chosen that chemistry because it's 50-year-old chemistry, is very well known. It's exactly the same technology that the Chinese use. So it's very proven at an industrial level.
Do you have money? Have you got money from the U.S. government, or have you been talking to the Pentagon? Or we know that the Department of Defense has been investing in some mining ventures to secure supply of these substances.
That is correct. And yes, we are engaging with the U.S. government through different agencies. We're talking to the different departments. We're talking to the DFC, DOD, certainly, Department of Energy. Department of Commerce has been extremely helpful through a program called Select USA, helping us to choose the best location in the U.S. to develop our separation facility. So yes, at this moment, I can tell you that there is a lot of interest, there is a lot of support, and we're very pleased with where our relationship with the U.S. government is. Having said that, we're also talking to the European Union. We have developed also a great relationship with them. We are also talking to different companies in Japan and engaging with the government there as well. So right now, what I would like to say is Aclara is portrayed right now as a global company with potential customers and relationships in all continents.
It's interesting. We've only got about 20 seconds left, but I guess the rest of the world was a bit lazy. You should have realized what was happening in rare earths and perhaps not let China get such control over the industry. I know it's hindsight now.
Yes, the reality is that the applications for rare earths has been rather niche. The applications use very small quantities of rare earths, but with the advent of these new technologies like electric vehicles, drones, and robotics, really we're seeing a tsunami of demand coming our way, and that's changed fully the story here.
We'd better leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us. Ramon
Thank you very much.
Barua Costa is CEO of Aclara Resources.